Alright guys, what's going on? So we didn't have one of these videos last week. Honestly, it was a bit of a weird setup going into last week. I was super duper busy. The video from last week of me battling versus Cameron is going to be going up on the channel if it's not already up now. But right now what we're bringing you is the prep, because Luca, my main man for these draft league style things, is going to be helping me out. So we're going to be going over what my opponent has, what I have, and our thought process for building my team, which we're going to be making right now.
Howdy.
So, yes. What we got this week is we're playing against MeSeeks, and somehow this is the guy that got the Reggie Weezing duo. So, like, it's kind of shocking. It's kind of shocking they let him pick that one up.
I think it's mostly because someone picked Galarian Weezing, and he also had the option of Cantonian Weezing. So, like, you had to get two people to pick Weezing if you didn't want him to have this combo. So, it was more likely than not going to happen.
Yeah, it's true. But, yeah, so looking at this week, I mean, what are we thinking that he's feeling, first of all? Because I know we have this little, I'll just give you guys a spoiler, we have kind of a game plan of what we want to do, but I want to kind of talk through it. So, what are we thinking?
I mean, obviously, Reggie Weezing is like the go-to, what we're thinking about, what he's going to use. That threatens a big chunk of our team. We don't have a lot of speed to really combat Regigigas when it's at full speed. And if we were to talk about other leads, I would say that Regieleki plus Landorus is very threatening. Like, they just are two very fast mons that cover. Like Regieleki can set up with Light Screen and Reflect, and set a speed control with Electro Web, and Sheer Force Life Orb Landorus just goes ham with Earth Power and just decimates things.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I was looking at their teams, one of the main things I noticed is they've got a lot of support. Like Persian is support, Torracat support in my opinion, Bronzong is support, Suicune's mostly support,
Weezing support as well.
Weezing support.
Regieleki is also support.
Honestly, Thwacky is support.
And then he has just two or three really big hitting mons like Landorus, Regigigas, Gmax, Centiskorch, and if he decides to go that route, Persian with Beta Parisian.
Yeah. So I would say there are 5, because Regieleki could be Life Orb. If he decides to not go Regigigas, I'm kind of concerned that he may, possibly have like a Life Orb on the Regieleki, but
like, I'm almost positive that the Regigigas will have a Life Orb, but the damage output you get on that is just so insane. There's like no reason not to run it. So more likely than not, if he's gonna have another boosting, it's gonna be just a magnet on the Regieleki or something like that.
Yeah. So basically, what we're thinking is he's basically got like 5 threats here. We got the Reggies, the Lando, the Virizion, and the Centiskorch. So we're trying to kind of cover all of those. And so I'll just spoil right away. One of the things that Luca mentioned to me, which is so funny, is we can use our Flareon. And you may be wondering, how the heck are you going to use Flareon in this matchup? Flareon's kind of bad.
It seems horrible, yes.
Well, I know I already showed this on stream if you watched the stream when I was talking to... or no, I didn't actually show it on stream, so this is the first time. We have Will-O-Wisp, Fake Tears, and then Flare Blitz, right? Or
Yeah,
we could go Heat Wave, really.
No, Flare Blitz because we can one-shot Virizion if they don't Dynamax.
True. So yeah, look at this crazy support. And now you're like, no, that's still kind of garbage. Well, we have the heat.
We have the Scarf.
We are going in with Scarf Flareon this week. It is going to be nutty. The reasoning is with the max speed Jolly. 128. Let me show you guys real quick. 128 times 1.5. Boom.
192. We outspeed basically his entire team except Regieleki.
Yeah, we outspeed every I'm pretty sure it's every Pokemon except Regieleki.
Every single Pokemon, including Persian.
Yeah.
We can take some bulk out just so we barely outspeed Persian because there's no real need to hit that benchmark, but...
Yeah, let me see what Persian hits max.
It hits like 183, I believe.
That sounds right.
I think it's 183.
Oh, I can't type. Timid, 183.
Yeah. So we can like put that EVs into bulk. And we don't really need attack EVs because our main goal is just to one-shot Virizion outside of Dynamax, and it does that like with 4, so we can just put it all into bulk.
Yeah, so we want to hit 123. Oops. I'm going to close this. We don't really need that. We hit 123.
Yep.
I feel like we just go max HP.
Yeah, max HP and
44 tag.
That's fine. But we were also skeptical on the last move slot. We had like 2 main ideas in mind, which were either Rain Dance or Yawn. Rain Dance would be so we could support our numerous water types, such as like Araquanid or Ludicolo, or even if we decided to go the route of like Weather Ball on one of our mons, like I know you did last week.
Yeah.
And Yon would just be as like a general move, like if he decides to dino, like this would also Yon could also be really good because if he goes Senti and it's Flash Fire, I mean obviously we can't Will-O-Wisp it anyways, but like if we decide to go, we could also stop G-Max Senti very easily with Yon.
Oh yeah.
So we're just kind of in between those two at the moment.
So I think we actually leave that one. So let's just actually leave that and come back to it.
Yeah.
So paired with this, as I said, we got fake tears, which is really dope. Basically, I'm like, well, Zapdos, but angry.
Yes.
I'm basically set on using Zapdos. So I think it's a really good addition here. Same thing, right? If you look at their team, Zapdos matches up really, really well against almost all of their supporters.
Super good.
And it also has like fire for this. We could Rain Dance and do this stuff to the Senti. Does it learn Sandstorm?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that'd be if you could Sandstorm Max Rockfall with your Zapdos to KO
Oh, that's such a good idea, but yeah, there's no way.
Because they can surely live to go and live the. They can surely EV to go and live the Airstream.
What if we were to have Baton Pat? No, that's terrible. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
We'll come back to this last
yeah.
But as you can see, Zapdos matches up really, really well against basically their whole team. The only options they really have to go for it is just a strong hit from Reggie. Well, same things. Rock move from Virizion, a little rock move from this guy. Regieleki being annoying, Scorch having all that stuff as well, just being bulky and special attack drops and stuff.
Like this is just our main lead that we had in mind. Like this just like beats like 80 to 85% of like whatever he can lead. He just like has to hard counter. It's like I'm almost assuming that with this lead we can just easily take game one and then he'd have to adjust to it, but we'll have our backup plan in case for that.
Yeah, and so this is just filler for now. We'll come back, we'll touch the spread, we'll touch this. Well, I think we need to be max speed because I think worst case scenario I want to be able to speed tie the Regigigas.
I understand that, but like the whole point of the Scarf Flareon was to be able to outspeed it, burn it, and not have to worry about its damage output anymore, and then you can still get max airstreams and be faster anyways. So I'm not sure if you want to go that route, I understand, but I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like the extra damage might be really nice.
You mean by going modest?
By going modest, yeah.
We could go. Let's put modest for filler, I guess, because we don't need the speed.
I mean, does Timid max airstream Life Orb KO Weezing?
I'm sure they can live for it. Let's pull that up.
Like that's my question, because if modest can make the difference, then I think we definitely have to go modest.
Yeah, because I've never done that calc. But I mean, I've seen Weezings get blown away by the dumbest things.
I think because they invest physically, but if he decides to go specially, because our team is mostly special,
yeah.
So I feel like he's more likely to go that route.
So max airstream. So timid max airstream KOs max HP 0 spit out. Obviously, that's not what he's gonna go for.
Yes. So let's assume max special defense, no like bold.
Yeah. So he can start. He can. Whoops.
So that's max without a boosting nature. But if we were to go modest, 70. I like those odds.
See, the majority of the time, unless he's max, yeah, anything up to 252, 212, we do KO. I think modest makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We could even argue it down because what do we even need that speed after that for?
Yeah, no, I mean, if he decides to not go.
Well, here's what we should do. We should outspeed max speed Weezing.
Yeah, but
because because the only reason I'm worried is if he goes like Weezing Gigas, right, and he protects the Gigas trying to taunt my Flareon.
Yes.
I want my Zapdos to outspeed the Weezing.
I mean, are you thinking this in a game one perspective? Because why would you taunt a Flareon?
Well, no, this would be a game two.
Okay.
This is just. I think we could even go down to 124.
Like, the whole point is like you lead Flareon. He's like, what is this thing doing? Like,
well, what do we need more than 124 on their team? Between 152 and 124, because that's our max is 152.
Torracat hit. What's Torracat speed? It doesn't hit like 90.
Go up to it could go up higher than that.
Yeah, maybe Suicune as well. Maybe Scorch.
But we'll get an airstream. You know, the goal is to airstream.
I'm saying we shouldn't go down that low. We should have a little bit more than that. But I think. But
for what? I can't think of a reason.
I think so.
Because at +1 with 124, we outspeed everything.
You're right. You're right.
So like. Yeah, I think we just go with this, and for now we dump.
I like that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So this is cool. I mean, it helps us take advantage of the Will-O-Wisp even more as well. Like realizing that we're gonna have that extra bulk is pretty cool. I might even want to go like Roost as our last move, which I've been doing in VGC.
It would still give us Max Guard as well. I don't think we need Protect necessarily because.
Well, just to show you, I mean that's whatever on stream. The Zapdos that I've been running quite frequently actually is Eerie Impulse Roost. I'm not saying we do that, but the Roost I know has been very good.
Like, I think Eerie Impulse Zapdos would be good for another week, but we want our Zapdos to be really offensive right now.
Point is that Roost is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was running Roost on Life Orb sets as well, so I think that'll be really useful.
Especially in a scenario where, like, he has a lot of passive mons, so if we get a situation where there's a bunch of passive mons, we could we could just Roost up in front of it.
Yeah, so I really like that. It might get a little odd if he starts taunting us in the later games or whatever with the Roost, but I should be fine. It should be fine.
So, and I think the next pair that we had in mind was P2 Araquanid, right?
Well, I know we're going Porygon.
But yeah.
I know we're going Porygon. Now, that was a discussion we were having. We had this discussion on the drive. We know we want Porygon, but we didn't know if we wanted a Scavalier or a Araquanid. Like, it was really a big toss-up.
They do very similar things in these matchups, both being like Trick Room sweepers, but they kind of cover different things, but we feel like they kind of fill the same role, and we don't necessarily need that. So,
well, let's talk about what we know. I'm like 99% sure I want Hydreigon.
Yeah.
Because, now here's the thing. Hydreigon is... No, let's put this here just so we can look at it.
We were having this debate about whether we should have like Scrafty or Hydreigon, and we honestly almost came to a decision like we might even end up doing both just because
I'm still pretty into both. Well, because Scrafty gets Head Smash as well.
Yeah. Oh, forgot about that too. Yeah.
Jeremy and I brought Head Smash Scrafty to the OS IC.
Yeah.
So because it was our Charizard answer.
It was we might just want to Head Smash on both of them if we do that.
Yeah, I honestly kind of do.
So yeah, we're just gonna have Head Smash on Tumon just so we can just obliterate Centiskorch.
For the Centiskorch, yeah, because we'll make ourselves kind of weak to it. And I know what you guys are thinking right now. You have a Zapdos. You're not weak to Centiskorch. You have not seen the fear of God from how strong Centiskorch is if they get that Trick Room up. Yeah.
And like it'll be rounded out if we add a Araquanid, which will just be like we'll just threaten him to not bring Centiskorch at all. So but if he does, then we'll be prepared for it.
Yeah. And so with the Hydreigon, I couldn't think of a better item, so the item makes a lot of sense. But we're basically thinking Assault Vest. Assault Vest with Levitate. Not only do we want all of our moves. And I'm pretty sure I want to go like Dark Pulse, Earth Power.
Well, yeah, we want Earth Power because it hits like almost half his
Hits
team.
Alecki, hits Torracat, you know.
Hits Weezing.
Hits Weezing. Yeah, like Earth Power is really good. Dark Pulse just are better coverage in my opinion because Dragon's not good on any of these.
Well, I mean, Dragon's only good against Dragon. You want Draco Meteor just for the sheer damage output it brings.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, but we could go like Head Smash, and then the last move's either Draco or U-Turn.
I mean, let's look at his team again. Like, what situations do we want to U-turn out in? Like, that's my question.
It wouldn't be an exact situation, so that's why I'm leaning towards Draco. I'm leaning towards Draco. I definitely don't want Flash Cannon. I definitely don't want, like, a water move. You know, those are funny, but we already have our funny coverage.
Because, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, if we decide we could go, like, a Hydreigon Flareon lead, and, like, we could, like, fake Tears Draco if we ever need to, or something like that.
I'm pretty content with Draco. Spread, we're going to come back to this. Guys, there's a good chance we don't make this spread in the video because it's going to be so complicated.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Like, with Head Smash, it's going to make no sense.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on that one a lot. But you get the idea. So whatever we end up going with, we'll have, you know,
next done. P2, I think?
Yeah. I know I want Porygon.
It's just so bulky. It just tanks everything. So
Trick Room Recover, obviously.
Like, we don't need to do anything fancy with this Porygon because
I'm just gonna grab my Porygon spread. They don't have things that we need done with spreads wise. I mean, I'll check that my Porygon spread lives a Max Strike. You know,
it should,
but it should.
Like, Weezing doesn't get Helping Hand, right?
No.
Yeah, so we don't need to worry about that.
That didn't work. I think I put him right here. Okay.
Do we want to be Trace for this matchup?
No, that was just because it was there.
I'd rather not Trace Slow Start or Neutralizing Gas.
Porygon 2.
I mean, it would be cool to Trace Sheer Force from Landorus, but, you know.
Regigaius. My bad.
Regigaia.
Okay, so not Adamant Life Orb. Jolly. And yeah, I'm not using the VGC Showdown calc. I'm sorry.
Next strike. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Wait, is that factoring in Slow Start?
Yes.
Oh, God. Please take that out. Wait, what? What?
Oh, Skill Link.
What? It did less damage now.
I took the Life Orb off accidentally. Wait. Life Orb?
Life Orb.
Scrappy.
Wait, what? Does Showdown not factor in Slow Start? That feels like it's too...
That feels like it's not right.
That doesn't feel... It didn't change when you changed the ability? I'm confused.
I know, that's weird.
Huh. Okay, wait. Take a Snorlax, put in the same attack value as Regigigas.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cause like, look at that. That's.
Well, it's level 100.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
I guess. Never mind. I guess it is how much it does.
Oh wait, no, it's got. So we gotta get Jolly.
On Life Orb.
Yeah.
It does the same damage.
Yeah, 69 to 81.
Then never mind. We're good. We always live that.
So yeah, I mean that's less than my spread has. So
We'll be fine. Yeah. We need Ice Beam for Landorus.
we go Ice Beam Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure. So now the only funny haha is we could go Charge Beam.
No. I don't really like that idea.
love it.
I mean, I can kind of see it in case it's like a
It would be
Calm Mind
twofold.
Suicune.
No, it'd be twofold. We would have it one to boost our own special attack, and we would have it two because I think we would want to run Weakness Policy of Araquanid.
Okay, now
and it would do less damage to our own Pokemon.
As soon as you mentioned there's a second reason, I'm like, okay, I see where
Yes,
you're going with
that's
this.
why.
Okay.
And I don't think there's any reason not to.
I would love to Charge Beam our own Araquanid Weakness Policy because is it possible to make P2 slower than Araquanid and Trick Room?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, we will. Because P2's going to hit, 90. P2's going to hit.
Yeah, Araquanid's slowest is like 40 something.
Well, we have 58, right?
So we just don't go min speed on Araquanid. We
Yeah.
just and then we just set up Trick Room, Charge Beam our Araquanid, get a +1 on P2 and get a +2.
Yep.
And if our P2's download gives us a +1 inherently, that would be, oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just makes a lot of sense.
It does. It does.
Oh, wait, so we just do...
This is actually, yeah, I don't think I remember I told you this, that I ran this exact strategy against an opponent in the Draft League I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, the strategy was so nice. Just self-charge beaming for +1.
It is very funny. There we go. So we got that. Spit F.
I mean, we were set on like 3 moves just because we wanted Liquidation, Protect, and Entrainment in case of a backup for the Wheezing, right?
Yeah, well, I want to do Leech Life, too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Recovery.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's just Araquanid's moves are so debatable just because there's not a lot.
Yeah.
But, like, I think Entrainment just because in case we need a backup for the Wheezing to get rid of its ability. I don't see any other move we'd want, you know.
No, Sub's the only one, but like...
Nah, we don't really need
I don't
Sub.
really care about Sub. At least in this matchup, I don't really care about Sub.
So, Entrainment works.
Yeah, I don't see it being clicked, honestly, but like, it's good enough.
So we have our fast offensive modes being the first 3, and then we have our slow Trick Room modes being Araquanid P2. But now we just want something to balance the rest of the team out, I think.
I really am feeling Scrafty. I think
Scrafty's the answer too.
because looking at the team that we got, right? Now, you're going to hate me. Obama Snow doesn't look half bad.
I don't disagree.
Ice, or, grass, whatever.
I mean,
especially defensive, weak, ice, resisting grass and stuff.
I get it, but you're looking at like a pure numbers perspective. Like, yeah, it does good against Landorus, but Virizion has close combat. Thwacky's not really a threat, if I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Well, let's think about what we don't have covered, and maybe it is all the stuff that Obama Snow beats, you know?
Okay, I mean,
So we have our Reggie Weezing idea. Hydreigon helps with the Centiskorch and the Bronzong. Porygon helps with definitely Suicune. Honestly, the Charge Beam Recover helps with Suicune a lot.
it does, yeah. Unless he decides to go Calm Mind, which I'm not sure he will, but
Yeah.
I doubt he goes Calm Mind. I doubt he's gonna be a setup Suicune. And even if he is, we have Fake Tears.
Yeah. Well, so here's my argument, though. Is like, what other Pokemon does more than Abomasnow?
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, you say, like, well, a Weezing, you can hit Weezing me very strongly because its special defense is bad, but you forget Weezing more than likely now is going to have a fire move, either Flamethrower or Fire Blast of some kind, because we have 2 mons that are 4 times weak to fire.
That's true. That's true.
So, and, like, I can easily see, like, both Weezing and one of his fire types coming, either Torracat or Centiskorch. Brazong Hards Walls it, and I don't know, like, I mean, we can make an argument for it. I think it is between Abomasnow and Scrafty, but I feel like Scrafty offers more utility with, like, its Fake Out, its Intimidate when Weezing's not around, its General Bulk, the fact that, I don't know, I feel like it's more versatile, you know?
I feel it. Yeah, I'm not, like, hard sold on Abomasnow. I just wanted to argue for it. So, yeah. So
I mean, we could go Aurora Veil on Abomasnow if we wanted to maybe make our team more defensive.
Yeah.
Like, we could go Sash Aurora Veil, get a guaranteed Aurora Veil up, and then, like...
Well, the reason I just want Sash Abomasnow is just for cleanup, you know? I feel like we're gonna get ourselves in a lot of situations where, like, we've chipped so many of their Pokemon, because I feel like our team is gonna be doing really well chipping in this matchup.
Actually, wait, I think I do agree with you on the Abomasnow, because like, if he decides to adjust to game 1 without the Regiweezing and decides to go like the more Lando Regieleki route, Abomasnow would actually be very good there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I am leaning more to Abomasnow, because Scrafty does do a lot of the same things Hydreigon does in terms of coverage.
Yes.
But Hydreigon is a bit faster, and Intimidate's not as relevant against his team because he doesn't have many physical attacks.
And neutralizing a gas, you know.
Yeah, and neutralizing gas. So like, neutralizing gas kind of just neutralizes half of our team because we can't use Politoed, we can't use Rain Mode, we can't use anything of that sort. And Araquanid's not great against it either because Araquanid just loses all of its good use.
Yeah, well, so that's an interesting point actually. Is we really need to make sure we get rid of that Weezing before our Araquanid does anything.
Yeah. Like,
well, I want to show you a calc.
I mean, that's why we have Araquanid in the back. We're never gonna lead it.
I can't type. There we go. Weezing. So we got Weezing. What I want to show, and I could be wrong. I want to see it myself. Neuroforce.
Yeah.
Neutralizing gas. That didn't make it go down. So let's just get rid of Water Bubble. What I want to do.
Oh wait, I mean it's level 50.
Wow, that did 0.
Oh my, that's a Max Geyser doing 10%.
So I wanted to show. This is Max Geyser.
Yeah.
Plus 2 Max Geyser. Obviously hitting the same as Water Bubble.
Yeah.
But it only does 65 to 77, and that is assuming that he's a large Fizz-Def Weezing. That's pretty much what we're assuming. Let's assume even goes down to 0. Like,
it won't have a chance to kill, but it'll do a lot of damage.
Is there any other coverage move we could get that would hit Weezing?
No, not Araquanid. His move pool is so shallow. There's nothing that could hit it. Like, it wouldn't be anything better than Liquidation.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Gotcha. No special hits?
No, I mean, you want to run Scald?
No. I was just looking for, like, Psychic. Mirror
no,
Coat.
Do you think its move pool is that good?
Hold on.
You want to run Mirror... What's it going to hit us with? Sludge Bomb for 15? And we're
no, it's a max move. We max Psychic off of the Mirror Coat, and we're special.
How much does that do?
I don't know.
I think you're thinking too much ahead of this. That's not going to be that great.
We'd have to go Brave.
We want the physical side, dude.
Shoot.
Like, if for it to kill, we would have to invest fully in special attack, and even then, I don't think it kills because our special attack's 50.
Well, the way I'm looking at it, right? No. Watch this. So we have this.
I'm watching.
Let me just show you some movement real quick.
I want to see the magic happen right before my eyes.
Oh, you will.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Okay, well, look, that was what happened.
That's +2, dude.
But look, you were saying we'd have to invest so much in special attack to make it be better.
Well, that's what I'm saying. For it to be any use to possibly one-shot, we would have to fully invest.
Yeah.
And even then, that's not our main answer to Weezing.
Oh, goodness.
Like,
it's
look,
funny, really.
Just for fun, put it at max special attack. Just for fun. Because you're also adamant, so... I mean, okay.
Special Araquanid, man. Why don't we go Special Araquanid?
All we have to do is ruin everything else.
I don't see any ruining, really. He's got Intimidate. You know, we're basically going to be at the same stat anyways.
It's Torracat. We liquidation it anyways.
Oh my gosh, Luca. We could go. Oh my gosh, Luca. Hydro Pump, Mirror Coat, Blizzard, because we have a Abomasnow.
That Blizzard's gonna do no damage.
You mean 100 damage?
I don't think it even kills Landorus.
What?
I'm not kidding you. I don't think it kills
There's no
Landorus.
shot. There's no shot.
I don't think it kills Landorus. I put it back to neutral.
Yep. Back to neutral. -1.
-1, yeah. I don't.
Blizz.
Okay, it barely kills, but
Barely.
I don't.
So is this the set?
No. No, it's not, dude. We have so many other answers to Weezing. We could run Psychic on P2.
Well, we don't need Ice Beam now.
Do we not? I mean, yeah, we
If we have Abomasnow.
Yeah, I mean, and that's Yeah, I mean, we could.
I like Psychic Charge being P2.
I mean, how much does Psychic do?
Enough.
Immune to 2-shot?
Well, especially if we get the special defense boost or special attack boost.
Well, you see the issue why we can't get the special attack boost against Wheezing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in that case, if Tri-Attack can 2-shot a non-specially defensive Wheezing, I think we should just go Tri-Attack instead. Just.
Oh, it's Psychic.
Yeah, it's Psychic. I mean, Psychic Shock will do, like, very little. Okay, 2-shot.
So Psychic, yeah.
Psychic does 2-shot. I mean, but that's only if we go 4 special attack. Is that what you want?
Well, no, we just take 4 out. I mean, it's not like you still 2-shot.
Well, I meant if you wanted to go more.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't really want to go more. We're not getting the 1-hit KO, so we would never want to go more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's fair. And this is all if you want to really hard target the Wheezing with anything. I mean, if you don't think that the Hydreigon or the Zapdos Flareon combo is enough, we can go that route. I do like Ice Beam more in general, just because we don't have to rely on Abomasnow or Araquanid. P2 can just be there and threaten passively, but like, I'm down for Psychic.
Okay. I kind of want to be sub though for my last move on here now.
Entrainment, not necessary. It was just like, okay.
Well, because I was picturing plays in my mind where we would click Entrainment, and it feels like in all of those situations they probably protect Wheezing, so we can get a free sub up to like stall a turn of Wheezing's Dynamax or get a free sub or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like more saying as like a backup in case somehow the Flareon plan doesn't work and like we get a Trick Room up and we can just Entrainment the Wheezing and just ruin the Regigigas' day.
Well, like I said, I think we were either KOing it or they're protecting.
Well, okay, you go with Araquanid or the Pardon to Araquanid?
With both. It'd be like a double up. Either they're probably afraid of the double up, you know?
I mean, like that's the issue when Wheezing out is out. Araquanid's damage output is nothing.
Well, but if we're Psychic P2, Psychic Max Geyser should take it.
That's only if we're at +2, remember?
+2 is doing. I guess we can invest a little in special attack.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the Wheezing spread, honestly.
But like, yeah, it does like the 60+% only when we're at +2 because we have to always assume neutralizing gas. That's the whole issue.
But anyways, the point is they're gonna be either protecting Wheezing or we're not KOing it. So sub makes more sense in my opinion.
Yeah. We can go sub. That's fine. It was mostly just as like a cute idea.
Yeah. So I mean, this looks good. We're definitely Sash here, right?
Yeah, Sash. I'd say Blizzard. You want Woodhammer?
I usually just go Giga Drain.
Giga Drain, maybe Energy Ball.
Energy Ball's probably better. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really need the recovery. Aurora Veil, maybe. Do you want to Protect or Ice Shard?
I want Protect. I want Protect. His team isn't really Ice Shard weak. Like, there's not a lot here.
Maybe Lando, but like.
Yeah, but still, we're not like weak to Lando.
No, we're not. I mean, and if you want, we could like go through the rest of like their move pool, see if there's a cute tech that we could use maybe, or anything like that. Just because I love Draft Leagues and I love using cute techs in Draft League, just because why not?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if anyone knows because we didn't really show it off, but last week we were actually Trick Eject Button Porygon. We didn't get to show that off, but
because both of his main Dynamaxes were slower than P2, so we were like, yeah, just why not? We can just screw him over with an Eject Button on P2 that there's no way he would expect.
All right, so last thing I want to talk about on video before we end this one off for the day. What speed do we want on Abomasnow?
Good question, because Abomasnow's speed is very similar to the speed of a lot of Hitmons around like Wheezing, Centiskorch, etc. So, I mean, if we're going Sash, we might as well just be max speed anyways. I don't see any reason to have bulk.
I agree. Max speed modest is like really, really good.
There's like, if we're running Sash, we're gonna be 2-shot anyways because Abomasnow's bulk's not great. So it doesn't really matter. Having the speed to outspeed his like Centiskorch and his Wheezing and stuff like that's worthwhile because I doubt he's gonna be max speed Wheezing like you said earlier. There's no way. So I think outspeeding Wheezing's really good.
If I learned like Super Fang, that'd be so funny.
I looked through its whole move pool. I'm telling you, Rain Dance and Yawn are like the best options.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like
maybe Toxic, maybe Wish. I don't know.
I don't think it learns Toxic. Like nobody learns Toxic. They stole Toxic from every Pokemon. Helping Hand?
Fake Tears. It's the same thing.
Fake Tears is the same.
Fake Tears is just better.
Mystical Fire maybe, but not for him though.
I considered Mystical Fire, but like what do you want a Mystical Fire against him? Like,
yeah, I think we go Yawn.
Yeah.
the stupidest Flareon I've ever seen.
It's gonna save your team, because otherwise you'd have no way to outspeed the Regigigas, and you would just get one shot immediately.
It's true. It's true. All right, well, guys, that's it for this week. I'm pretty hopeful. Last week didn't go so well. I think I definitely could have prepped a little bit better. I didn't have the assistance here, that I needed.
We were stretched on time.
Yeah.
We came up with what we could last minute.
Oh, I think I still have the team. Let me see if I can show it off real quick. So we never actually talked about it.
Yeah.
Because it was a really funny team.
I love this team.
I used so many Zapdos. What was Obama's now?
Yeah, I could stop naming them Untitled.
Well, there's just so many that look the same. Okay, so yeah, we had Goggles, Hydreigon, a Sash, Weather Ball, Abomasnow, which I still think is an awesome tech, by the way.
I like that just because for single target damage,
The single target, yeah. Then we had Trick, Eject Button, Max Speed Porygon, which is hilarious.
Look, it's a thing of beauty. Look at those EVs. That's not what your P2 should be running.
Well, and then it had 112. And we ran 111 Abomasnow, so you could Trick Eject Button and then Blizzard.
Yeah.
And it never came into play, but it was funny.
I really wish we had just for the sheer meme of it, but...
Oh, yeah.
No. Then we had the Perish Politoed only for Registeel. There's no other reason to have it Politoed other than Registeel.
Nope, it didn't even end up winning me the Registeel matchup.
It didn't, no. I mean, I think that was because of a crit, or...
It was me bad positioning and also a crit, yeah. But anyways, that's going to be it. That's what we're running. Like I said, this is not the final variant. Obviously, I'm not obligated to use what I make in a YouTube video. But this is just to give you guys a little insight on how we're going to be building for the Draft League. Battle should be going up, a day or two after this video goes up. And, yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm really hoping to win this one, definitely.
I think it's going to be fun. I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, and by the way, Luca will be here every week talking. This week he happens to be in person, so he might sound like he's in a Discord call next week. He will be.
I will be.
But, yes, expect more. Expect more. All right, yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys with the battle next week.
Bye.